Okay, Lee. Obviously, the day after the defeat last night to Kidderminster, what are your thoughts and reflections on last night's game?
Overall, overwhelming disappointment, to be perfectly honest with you. I thought first half we were worthy of going in being 1-0 up, sorry. Should have been 2. I still don't understand why the goal was disallowed, but hey, that seems to be the luck at this moment in time. The message to the players was clear: continue doing what you're doing. Could you increase the quality a little bit more in terms of the possession of the ball? I think sometimes we went long too quickly when we could have had that extra pass, and for whatever reason the boys just didn't get going. We were completely second best, and that's credit to Kidderminster. I mean, they're since we've been in the building, it's probably the best side we've faced, especially second half. But the frustrating part for me was first half. We more than matched them, held our own against them, went 1-0 up at half time, which was brilliant. And yet again, there's more points that have been squandered.
What do we need to do then in your? I mean, we've got a reasonably fully fit squad now to select from, to be able to compete with the likes of Kidderminster and get points against those teams. What do you think we need to be able to improve? Can we do it with the players that we've got?
We'll have to do it with the players that we've got. Ultimately, I've not got a magic wand where I can remove players and get ones in that would suit my style of play, the way I want to go about things. These players are contracted to the football club at this moment in time, and the disappointing thing for me last night, second half, they got outworked and outrun, and that as a professional footballer is very, for me, is very disappointing and very hard to take. I had a long career because I did exactly that. I worked hard every day. When I played a game, I gave everything I could, and I just thought second half, we got outworked and we got outfought. We didn't pick up any second balls all over the pitch, and those are definite areas that need work on in the future going forward. In terms of personnel, I think, as I said before, I think we've got good players. I think it's a mindset issue at this moment in time. We go 1-0 up, 2-0 up, we squander leads, and obviously as a manager, it's very frustrating at this moment in time, because I'm sat here now knowing that we've dropped 12 points, and those 12 points realistically would have us in and around where we need to be, or where I thought we would be at this moment in time. As it is, we drop back down. We have to respect the situation, and now we have to work doubly hard to get back out of it.
Did the substitutes that you made impact the game as much as you'd like them to?
No, not at all. And I was really disappointed with that. And that's something for me to look at and to look at going forward. When you come onto the pitch, you're brought on to make a difference, whether that be to protect the lead, whether that to be to try and gain us momentum into a game. And I didn't think the subs had any impact whatsoever. In general, I thought that the whole second half was flat. I said turn around to Daff, even at 1-0, I thought just coming towards the end of the half, and I just felt, the whole place was flat. We were flat, which then enabled, I think, probably the ground to be a little bit flat. Credit to everyone on a Tuesday night. Support was magnificent, but we just didn't give them enough to shout about.
On a bit more of a positive, Ollie Holbert's come into the squad on loan, and only a young lad, and he's now scored, I think, 5 in 3.
Yeah.
So you must be pleased with the impact that the loan players have had.
We're actually 6 and 6, and I've been really pleased with them boys. And I've got a good network of ones that can come in like Ollie and help us out in that way. It's just finding the right time to be able to blend them in. It's a case of having experience mixing with youth at this moment in time. The past 2 games I've gone with quite an experienced side, and we shipped 5 goals, so that's something for me to look at, where previously we were a little bit younger and we weren't conceding as often and giving ourselves a chance in games. Obviously, as I said, take nothing away from Kidderminster last night. I thought they were excellent, and they'll be up there or thereabouts towards the end of the season. Russ has got them really well drilled, and they showed that fight and resilience to get back into the game, and ultimately, what I would say, exposed our current weakness, which is a mentality issue, and that needs to change, and it needs to change fast, and the players were told in no uncertain terms. But as I said, there's a plethora of players that I can call upon. It's just at this moment in time, it's working with the players that we've got, and until something changes in that, we'll continue to do the best we can.
Looking ahead to the weekend, we've got Kettering in the FA Trophy. I think you were at the game the last time we played Kettering. Where we were bullied a little bit, shall we say? Is that going to be a good marker of how we've progressed, how we can perform against Kettering again on Saturday?
Well, we'll see. We'll see what type of Gloucester City team that gets put out first and foremost. We'll have to tomorrow. We'll get obviously the players will be back in. We'll see how they are mentally and physically, and we'll pick a team to then go and beat Kettering, because we need to win. We need the coffers that a trophy run could bring. That first and foremost, and also we need to get back to winning ways. We need to win games of football. There's no if, buts or maybes about it. As a football club, we need to win games of football, by hook or by crook. It might be one that's not pretty, might be exceptional football that wins us a game, but there might be one where we nick. We need to find ways of winning games and winning games fast, because we'll keep going on. It will be December, then it will be January and February, and we're still in the same position, and then the pressure starts to increase and mount. As I say, we're only, I think we're now 4 and a bit wins away from the playoffs. When you say it like that, it's achievable, but this group need to get over the first hurdle of winning the game first and foremost, and then backing it up with another positive result. And for me, at this moment in time, I'm sat here still seething, still angry from last night, and I hope my players are feeling the same way, and I hope they give us a response on Saturday.
Thanks, Lee.
Cheers, mate.